Alright, look at this. Sailing was supposed to be epic. Sailing was teased over 10 years ago now. Yes, 10 years ago. People online are saying 5 years, 3 years, whatever. No, this was teased in 2015, over 10 years ago now, promising us massive updates to the game, massive content releases, and instead we get this. This is just two skills combined into one. You can either do agility or fishing. I'm opting for fishing because goddamn, I don't want to do agility all over again. I've already got 99 agility. So I start complaining. I could start complaining to my brother, who doesn't even play the game, saying that this is a freaking letdown. I could probably do a better job on my own. And he said back to me, okay, we'll just do it then. Well, okay, here we are. So I start Googling, trying to find out when Project Zanaris comes out, or Zanaris. Turns out it was scrapped. Shocking nobody. We saw one little panel at RuneFest talking about all the tweaks and knobs that you can change, which was basically just them showing off a web UI, nothing actual gameplay related. We saw a video uploaded to the official RuneScape YouTube page showing off 2 game modes with questionable UI. It definitely wasn't finished, and it's shocking nobody that this got scrapped. I, for one, I had high anticipations for it, but I knew deep down in my heart this was never going to come to fruition. So it got scrapped. So what are we going to do? We're going to make our own skill anyway. We're going to add our own items, add our own monsters, add our own custom everything. And nobody will stop me. Now, before we get started, I will address the fact that some of these video clips were recorded on my mobile phone. I apologize. I do know how screen recorders work. I just wasn't aware if I was able to do the things that I wanted to do before I was able to do them. So half of the clips are recorded on my phone. Just me sending these clips to my brother to prove that what I am doing is worthwhile. Although that is debatable. But anyway, midway through the video, we'll start using the screen recorder because I then realized that, oh, this is possible. There, right there. Did you see it? Did you see it? That cube right there marked the start of something beautiful. It's not just a cube, it is a representation of what we can do when we don't give up. So what is it? Why a cube? What cube is this? This cube is the Blender default cube. The cube that you get when you open a new Blender file. And this cube was able to open the possibilities of what can we do within the RuneScape game client, because I did have this thought about how if I wasn't able to do 3D models within the game client, would I have to just focus solely on the RuneLite overlay system where I could draw images on the screen, but to get this sort of 3D effect, we'd sort of have to use the camera to track the camera positioning and then load a new image on a different perspective of the 3D model we're trying to display, but that would come with a whole heap of issues when it comes to you wouldn't be able to interact with them, you wouldn't be able to have too many of them, you would have frame rate issues. So being able to get a raw 3D model within the RuneScape world it's incredible. And I hope you'll see later on in this video where I'm going with this. It's not just going to be a cube, it's going to be something so much more. But the first step of getting just a cube in the scene was immense, and it really opened the door on what is possible. And then came color, which went swimmingly, of course. Now, if you've ever tried to extract any data from the RuneScape client and use it externally, you'll know that RuneScape uses like HSL, and you got to convert that to RGB. And so I had to sort of do an RGB to HSL conversion. And anyway, I got it working in the end, but here's a couple of images showing the color. It didn't go smoothly to begin with. So where are we going from here? We've got a colored cube. What's the use of that? Well, from the comments that I got from the Doom and RuneLite video that I made, you guys warned me about a grey area when it comes to taking assets from other games and using it for my own personal projects. And I want to say, we do not do that here. Absolutely not. So anyway, we're adding Pokemon into RuneScape. So our initial first testing, when alright. You got static models in the game. Here you can see Pikachu. He's green, which now it's been a while since I've played Pokemon, but I think he was meant to be green. So obviously I was still having some issues with the colors, but I eventually fix it, and we eventually get perfect looking models with perfect looking colors to, varying degrees. Obviously some effects like the fire of Charizard's tail needs to be worked on independently of everything else. Everything else is textured, whereas the tail fire effect is more of a node-based system within Blender, so I'll need to revisit that at a later date. But for the most part, everything is looking good. Static models are in the game. They look great, if you ask me. I'll leave the rest of the video to just showcase the static models that are currently processed, because obviously I need to individually process each of the Pokemon models before they are able to be used within RuneLite. There's a whole, it takes a couple of minutes to process each one, you could say. Now this is a project that, although I have now started this recently, I had this idea back in 2024. I'll probably be able to pull up a screenshot of how far I got. I was able to instantiate a cube inside of RuneLite, but it wasn't rendered properly. I had problems with the faces showing as transparent, because obviously there's no culling in RuneLite, or RuneScape, so you gotta make sure that your faces are directional towards the camera rather than facing inwards, because you can't see the backs of faces for performance issues. And I'm not going to go down the whole GPU route of rewriting the system so that we can get both faces visible at any given time. That's just, I don't think, given that RuneScape primarily does use your CPU instead of utilizing the GPU, I don't think it'll be worth my time trying to solve that problem, rather than accommodating it as ensuring that all of my faces are visible at any given time. But yeah, this was something that I had envisioned back in 2024, but I never got very far with it. Only now I was able to finally get the real Pokemon models within the game. So I'm excited for where this leads, and I hope you are too. If you are excited for this project, please give it a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.